Hi guys, it's Kara and I have some goodies to share with you guys. I've been doing a little bit of online shopping. I have a few more orders coming in, so I will add them to the video as they come up. But this first thing that I'm going to show you is from JLB Creative Co. on Etsy. This is also someone that I follow on YouTube. I've talked about him before. I believe on YouTube it's James Luke Burke Creative, and he is very, very talented. Here's a little kind of flyer type thing he included with the order. Some of his artwork, obviously. And basically, he has started designing and selling, I think what he's calling coloring cards. And I am getting back into the coloring thing, whatever you want to call it. And I really liked the look of these just because, not only because of his art, but there was an option to get them in the craft paper. And I want to try using my Holbein pastel pencils. I have a set of 12 and I thought they'd maybe look really pretty on these, you know, along with something else. So I got a few of his cards, and as you can see, the images are beautiful. I believe he said the craft paper he's using is maybe Recollections craft paper, if I remember right. But it's very thick. It's feels pretty substantial. I don't know that it would really hold up to water necessarily. I think he also sells these in some watercolor paper. Some of the images I managed to get 2 of. And I've actually ordered another set of these. I don't think I got them in craft, I can't remember right now. But anyway, I just thought they were really fun, and you know, they'd be easy to transport around if I wanted something simple to color or that kind of thing, instead of carrying a whole big coloring book. So there are those images. And again, I will put links down below to his YouTube channel and his Etsy shop. Then I ordered just a couple things from CW Enterprise, CW Pencil Enterprise, I believe, which again I will link down below. And mainly I had to order these Blackwing pencils. For those of you who are not aware, they often sell sets of 12 when they come out with a new pencil. They're limited edition. Now I have a few singles of some Blackwing pencils, but not any of the limited ones, honestly, because I just haven't liked any of them enough to want to buy 12 of them. I do like pencils, I do like sketching and, you know, doodling with pencil, but I just wasn't feeling a lot of the other ones. And of course this one, if you can't tell, is pink, which you guys know is my favorite color for most things. So I couldn't resist. I went ahead and ordered a set of 12. And here is what they look like. The body of the pencil itself is pink, as you can see right here. Then you have, hopefully you can tell, the writing is in teal, I believe. The eraser is blue, and then you have the silver with it. And the lead, of course, is in there. Now basically, the idea behind this set of pencils was that when they decided what they were going to make, meaning the color of the body, the type of pencil lead, the writing on here, the color of the eraser, all that jazz, they decided to use the technique called the exquisite corpse, which is basically where different people pick the different parts. Like someone picked a pink pencil body, someone picked a blue eraser, but they didn't know what the other was choosing. So you get this little insert kind of telling you all about it, which I think is cool. Now I haven't sharpened any of these up yet. I will. I do intend to use them over time, but I do have several of them that I bought individually, because there are a few that I can buy individually, like at my art store. And I have a few of those already sharpened and I'm using them. So I'm not going to sharpen any of these up until I'm done with those. I'm trying to use restraint and save these. So along with them, I did buy replacement erasers in the blue color, because I do tend to erase a lot, and I figured I'd run out of eraser before I ran out of pencil. And then I just added a white pencil. It is a Hester & Cook Midtown, which I don't know if you'll be able to see, that I was just interested in trying. I'm finding that I'm really liking pencils a lot more when I draw, and definitely when I'm getting back into the coloring. And I'm leaning towards getting like more pencils and doing more sketching in pencil. I may ink later, but we'll have to wait and see. I kind of figured that out when I tried to do Inktober last year, and I can talk about that in another video if you guys are interested. So hang on one second. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a few more things to show you. Okay guys, I'm back. Now these cases that you're going to see are not new. I've had them for a while. They are Global Art pencil cases. I actually have 2 of them. You're going to see the insides of in just a minute. And like I said, I've shown them to you before. I love these things for pencil storage. There's 120, I think you can fit about 120 in here. I know some people fit more because they take some of the seams out of the elastic, which I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. But these are what I use to store all of my colored pencils. Now I've taken a couple of the cheaper sets out of here. I think I'm going to probably eventually give those away to some of my friends that have daughters that like to color with, and I've rearranged how I've done the pencils. That's kind of something that I'm going to talk about in another video. But one of the things that I have been getting lately, because I'm getting back into the coloring and I'm liking using the colored pencils, is some new pencils. So luckily enough, I have, well, I don't know if it's lucky or not, depending on how you think of it. I have an art store. There is one art store locally owned here in town, and they sell some colored pencils individually. And one of the ones that they sell individually happens to be this one, which is a Faber-Castell. And I don't want to attempt to say the name because I'm sure I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of it. But basically this is a kind of a watercolor pencil. It's a very, good brand. Supposed to be kind of a, I don't know, more artist level, I believe. I'm very new to them, and as you can see, I have a very small selection. I just got a few colors I wanted to try out, and this was over a couple trips because these tend to be a little bit pricey. You can probably find them cheaper online, but I like to try and support local businesses when I can, so I went in a couple different times and picked up, I think, like, 5 or 6 here and there, because they're almost $3 a pencil. They're like if I'm remembering correctly, they're $2.70, $2.80, something like that. So I got some of those, and then the other one, amongst others that they carry that I picked up, were some the Polychromos. So I'll just give you an example of one of those. I had a set of 12 of these. Hopefully you can see that. And I wanted to kind of supplement those colors and start buying some. And what I noticed is a lot of times when you start with a set of these pencils, and you want to, like a small set, and you want to get the next largest set or another set, there's often repeat colors in those sets, which I find really annoying. So I'm just going to start picking them up individually. Plus I have a lot of other pencils that I need to use up before I really continue to invest in colors that are similar, which I will talk about in an upcoming video. So there are some pencils that I picked up locally. Along with those, I also picked up a couple more erasers, both of which I've had before and I like. I do not know where this one went. I've somehow lost it, but I like this little Faber-Castell one. And then I always like to keep a few kneaded erasers around, especially now that I'm getting back into coloring with colored pencils. And I'll talk about erasers again in another video as well. And then I also picked up 2 separate trips, these 2 little pencil sharpeners. They are the exact same thing. They are brass. They're very heavy, very, very heavy. They're made in Germany, and of course right now I'm drawing a blank on what the brand is. But basically you can replace the blades. It's pretty simple to unscrew it and replace it when they need replacing. I think one of them is already getting close because I've been using them quite a bit. And I love these. I've had a variety of pencil sharpeners, some that, have done a decent job. I have a couple, I think, of the Blackwing ones maybe. But these by far are the best. And I don't remember if these are called the Grenade one or the Bullet one. But anyway, if you have an opportunity to pick these up or order them and you're someone who uses pencils a lot, I highly recommend these. I've been using these I've had one of them for over a week now, I think. And I've been using it a lot because I've been doing some coloring. And I love these. These are awesome. So if you can get them, like I said, grab them. I will say right now the replacement blades are hard to find. I actually, Jet Pens sells these pencil sharpeners. Again, I found these in town where I live. Jet Pens does sell these, and there are some other shapes as well, their designs. I have had a problem with the blades though, because they're out of stock at Jet Pens, and I literally couldn't find anybody like semi-locally to me or in the States that would sell it at a decent price and not charge me like 3 times as much for the shipping. So I actually ended up finding an Etsy seller in Germany that had a decent shipping price. So I have new blades, another version of this particular sharpener, and I think a couple of erasers coming to me from Germany because I wanted to try them out. So I'll share those when they get here. But here are those little things. And like I said, they're awesome. You definitely need to pick one up if you don't have them. So I have 2 coloring books to share with you guys, and I will be right back with them. Okay guys, so here are the 2 coloring books. Let me show you one at a time that I've picked up. Now this one, I'm sure you guys have seen. It's by Joanna Basford. She does a gorgeous coloring books. I'm not going to go into it in too much detail because I think a lot of people have seen it, but if you really want me to do a review of it, let me know. I know I've seen, because I've started to get back into coloring, I know that there are a lot of people out there that like coloring book reviews, where you see a lot of the pages, and if you are one of them or you're interested, let me know. I will freely admit I am not an expert colorist. I'm playing around right now. I've done a couple pictures in here, one of which is just, you know, where your name goes. So I've colored that in, and then I have colored in this right here, trying out all the pinks that I had or recently purchased. So if you're interested in a walkthrough and my opinion of this coloring book, let me know. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of videos myself, and one of the ones that I thought I would really like was this one, Come Home to Color. Now this is, for those of you who like to read kind of like romancy type, not like true like smut necessarily, but romance type ones where there's, you know, a happy ending for the most part. This is someone who writes a lot of those kind of novels, and I've liked watching or reading her books in the past. I read a variety of things, and so I was really interested in this one. And when I saw the reviews on it, as you can see from the kind of the cover, it's got a lot of scene type pictures in it. And then there's typically a quote from whatever book it's based on to go with it. So again, if you'd like me to do a full coloring book review on this, let me know and I would be happy to do that. I have a couple more coming, and then I'm going to stop. I don't think I need that many coloring books, at least initially. I'm trying to kind of rein myself in. I do have a few others, but I've been taking those to work and letting coworkers and people color in them. It's a great stress reliever. If you haven't tried it out, you definitely should. So I think that's all I have for right now. I do have a few more things coming in the month of April, and when they get here, I will of course add them to this video. Links for everything that I can link will be down below. If you're interested in this particular excuse me, this particular coloring book, I found it at Barnes & Noble, and this one, of course, I found at Target. I got lucky. I thought I was going to order it online, and I stumbled across it when I was at Target the other day. So you can find those in your Barnes & Noble or Target stores, should you be near one of those. Otherwise, I'm sure you can order them online. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will be back with some more goodies soon. Bye. Hey guys, it's Kara, and a few more goodies came in from Amazon a day or two ago, so I thought I would share them with you real quickly. The first one is this new coloring book. I think I told you guys I had a couple more coming. This is the Romantic Country Second Tale, the tale of the secret forest and the animals of Kokot, perhaps? Anyway, so I'm not going to do like a full review, but I'll just give you a quick flip through. There's some really cool illustrations in here, and I like them a lot, but I will say, well, two things. First of all, when I got it, this poster in the back was bent a little bit. I think you guys can see that. It was actually folded all the way back. I folded it flat, which is just a shipping issue. It has nothing to do with the coloring book, obviously. This unfolds to a large poster, which is totally fine. I'm not that upset with it because I'm not that into the poster. The other thing that I noticed for me right off the bat is that the pictures are done in kind of a brownish color. I don't know if you can see that or not. And for whatever reason, I'm not liking that. I don't know what the deal is for me, but I'm not right off the bat liking it. So I may end up using this coloring book as something in a giveaway. So keep that in mind, keep your eye out for that. And again, if you would like full reviews where I flip through a lot of the pages in these coloring books that I'm showing you, let me know and I will do separate videos on those if you're interested. The other thing that I got, or one of the other things that I got, are some new empty watercolor palettes. I first saw these on Instagram. Miss Vicky B over there, I think, had this one showing in a picture. I asked her about it. You can obviously tell it's a really pretty pale pink color. This is the Meeden watercolor, Meeden brand, okay? And it's very, you know, very basic. It's very inexpensive. I want to say that, gosh, all three of these together, because I have two more sizes to show you here in just a minute, they were very inexpensive, less than $30, I think. Anyway, this one I believe is the 24 half pan or 12 full pan, and obviously you can take this out and put more in it. You have the places to mix your colors, you know, both sides and all that jazz. So I have that size. I picked up the smaller size, which is this one. This is the same size as, let's say, the Prima watercolor palette or the Jane Davenport. And again, it's that pale pink, opens up the same way. You know, this will come out so you can fit more in if you want to, like this. And again, this would be, I believe it's 12 half pans if you used this insert, or 6 full pans, depending on what you wanted. And then I got the big one, which is this beautiful one, and set up a similar way. Now you can get these on Amazon, and I'll try and put links down below. You can get them with or without the half pans. I already have a lot of watercolor paint in half pans, and I have a lot of empty ones, so I ordered without. And I have this one, in case you're curious, in a black. It's what I hold the majority of my main watercolors in. As you can see right here. So it holds a ton. I think I've actually fit, I don't have it in here, and I think you could fit maybe a few more in here if you didn't want to use that for your brush. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've managed to fit 13 in the rows. That's obviously kind of squeezing them in there pretty snugly. So if you wanted to do half pans, you could actually get a few more than 48 in here. So I have the black one. When I saw the pink ones, I knew I had to get them, and I couldn't decide on the size, so I went ahead and got all three. I wanted to have them. I don't know how long they'll be available, if they're a long-term item or not. And while I was looking, I noticed they also have a pale blue. So if you're interested in those, definitely check that out. I will put links down below to these, assuming I can find them again, which hopefully won't be a problem. And then lastly, I think you guys remember me talking about how I was happy with these pencil storage cases. These are from Global Art. I really like them, but they're very snug. The pencils are really snug in here. And this, when it's all full, because it has 110 possible in here, it gets pretty heavy, which, you know, depending on what else you're carrying, I guess isn't a problem. But I don't necessarily need to have 120 pencils with me, because a lot of them are similar or can be blended to create colors. And so I wanted something maybe a little bit smaller, a little bit more portable. And on Amazon, I came across this little case. This is, I'm going to read the big long name to you. It is the BTSKY High Capacity Zipper Pens Pencil Case Multifunctional Pencil Pouch. It's got 72 slots in it. So I'm going to show this to you. Let me get a little bit more room over here. I got this one to try out for a couple reasons. First of all, it has a little handle, so if I want to put it in a bigger bag, I can, or if I just want to carry it along with me, I can. It is a good size so that the smaller coloring books, you know, like the postcard size ones, would fit in here if you just wanted to carry something like that. I think, let's see, I think those coloring cards that I got would fit in here pretty well as well. So there you go. They would fit in the bottom. So it's just a good size kind of for portability. I'm sure if I put 72 pencils in, it would be a little heavy. But I'm liking the more compact size and the options it has. So it has a zipper, double zippers that go around the outside. I don't have anything in here yet. So on this side, it has a zipper pocket. This is one of the reasons I liked it. The zipper pocket goes all the way down to the bottom. So for example, if you're someone who wants to try or wants to have other things, colorless blenders, or things that you basically just don't want to put in here, right? There's a pouch for it, your eraser, your sharpener, all that good stuff. And I wanted to have something that would hold all the supplies I would need. So my blending tools, if I want to bring them, erasers, pencils, pencil sharpeners, all that jazz. It also has a couple pockets in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to use the pockets for yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. And then it has these little, I'm going to call them fabric boards, basically, for your pencils. There's 12 per side, individual holders. So basically you would just be sliding in one pencil at a time. Much easier to get out than that other one. Okay, and then this one is built into the case itself, but the next two are not. Okay, so if you wanted to have fewer pencils in here, you could. So you could keep all 3 in here and carry 32 pencils. You could carry less, it's up to you. And then depending on how many of these fabric boards you have in here, you have room below. So I really liked it because of those options. I thought that was kind of cool, and you could decide, you know, how many pencils you really needed with you and all that good stuff. Plus I liked it because some pencils are bigger than others, so this allows you to space, you know, this part being Velcro allows you to space it out just a little bit. So we'll see how I like it, you know, over the long term. But there it is for now. I thought that was pretty cute, and this was pretty inexpensive. I think it was $12 or $13. It wasn't too much. I will again try and link it down below for you guys. So there's that. I did remember that I had a couple small things that I hadn't shown you before. One of them was this box from Michaels, and I picked this up before I found this or while I was waiting for this, because I thought this might be another kind of cute portable option for pencils. So basically you have your top that comes off, you have a tray in here where you could put, I don't know, particular pencils you're using or blending tools, whatever, and then you have room for erasers, sharpeners, and other things, and then this just pulls out, giving you room to lay more pencils down below. And you can see, hopefully, you could probably fit, what, 3 or 4 rows of pencils in there. So it's another option, just kind of depends if you want to carry something, you know, outside a bag, inside a bag, that kind of stuff. The sides do click securely on, and then this little handle does come up so you can carry it. So that's another option. I may try that one depending on how this works out. And then lastly, just at our local Fred Meyer's, I found this little sketchbook. I have been watching a lot of coloring book videos and colored pencil videos, and a lot of people have kind of a portable color palette book with them or whatever. It serves as both inventory of your pencils, so you know what colors you have, and it also kind of, you can use it to figure out a palette of colors that you want to use for a particular page. So I wanted something small and portable so I could keep it with me when I wanted to use it. And that is this. It's just a cheapy little thing, nothing major. It's not super great paper. It's like 70-pound paper. I just want something that I can just do a rough little scribble on to get the colors down and all that jazz. It is perforated in case I need that for some reason, but that wasn't one of the reasons I bought it. So those are all the goodies for now. I still have 1 or 2 things on their way to me. Then my purchases will probably slow down again, I would think. And as always, I'll leave links down below to everything that I can. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will hopefully be back with a few more things before the end of the month. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. I have a few last hauls to share with you for the March and April haul video. The first thing I'm going to show you is something probably some of you have already seen. This is what they're calling a pocket-sized coloring book by Hannah Lynn. It is Enchanted Faces, Mermaids, Fairies, and Fantasy. I think I mentioned I'm kind of on a coloring book kick. Getting back into coloring, I'm getting back into my colored pencils, and I saw several of her coloring books reviewed, and they were really pretty, and then I stumbled across the fact that she has a couple that are smaller, and I just love that. I think that's much more portable, so I went for one of the smaller ones to try, and I was just going to tell you how big it is. It is about 5¼ inches wide by 8 inches tall. So it's a decent size. It's not going to be too tiny. So if you don't like those little kind of postcard coloring book type things, this might be for you if you want to kind of get something in the middle. And I'm just going to kind of very quickly show you. This is a little thumbnail of all the pages in here and some coloring tips. And I'm just going to very quickly kind of flip through the images. Not all of them, but just so you can see them. I'm a little nervous about trying to use this one because obviously all of the images have gorgeous hair and a lot of skin to color and things like that, but I thought it might be a challenge. Now I will say this is the super thin paper. To me it feels just a lot like copy paper. So if you're going to do markers or something in this kind of a book, you're definitely going to want to put a page in between it. This should be fine for me because I'm going to use colored pencils. However, I am going to put a piece of probably some sort of cardstock in between just to help make sure I don't like indent the pages underneath when I'm coloring, and also to help block the colored parts when I'm moving on. I don't want to drag my hand over it and smear the color or move the color or anything like that. So I will, once I get brave enough to color one of these pages, I will share it with you. I also picked up some more of the coloring cards, the deluxe coloring cards by JLB Creative Co. And these are in the, obviously not in the craft, it's in the white. I don't think this is watercolor paper, but I love the images and I wanted to have a couple different options, and then he offered them as a little set, so I thought I would pick one up. Again, I think these are great size to take with you, so if you're coloring on the go kind of thing, you can take something small along. Now the next thing I have to show you, I ended up getting because I was honestly just looking for, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, I don't really want to take them out, but they're blades for my sharpener. If you remember earlier on, I think in this video, I showed you that little, they're calling it a grenade or a bullet sized brass sharpener where you can change the blades. I couldn't find them anywhere. Literally when I was looking, they weren't at Jet Pens, and the only other places that had them were, the shipping to Alaska was horrible. So I found this place on Etsy, which is in Berlin, and I got a set of 3, as you can see, hopefully there. And since I was there, I also picked up a few things. First of all, came wrapped in German newspaper, so I'll be saving that maybe for a collage later on. And then I picked up this other brass sharpener. It has 2 openings, a small one and a thicker one. It has a blade here and a blade here that are all changeable. This thing is super heavy. Like I said, it's brass. I've been on a sharpener kick because I've been using my colored pencils more. So if you guys are interested, I will do a review because I actually have one more coming that I'm trying out. Don't ask me why, I'm addicted to them now. So while I was there, I also saw some erasers that I had been wanting to try. So there was this one, and there is the brand right underneath. You can see it's just colorful. I don't know that's anything special, but I thought it looked really cool. And then there was also this little set of different shaped, different colored ones, same brand. And I had been wanting them too. I love little erasers, tucking them in every little bag, every little thing here and there. So I thought I would open these with you guys just for fun, because it looks like they're different sizes and everything, which I thought was kind of fun, kind of cool. So in the package, there is this one, another one just like that one. Let's see, there's that one, and so 4 kind of like that. Then we have a couple like this, and these are kind of They just feel like your average kind of rubber eraser, nothing like unique or special. I just think they're cool looking, and I love the fact that there's different little sizes. Then we have one like this, one like that, and then a couple that look like this. Okay, so basically you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in that little package. So 10 erasers in here, which I thought was, again, just kind of fun. I wanted to see them and try them. I have quite the eraser collection going with my sharpener collection as well. The last thing I have to show you is an order from JetPens, because this, you know what happened. As soon as I ordered these blades, then JetPens got them, so I ordered a set from them too, because I'm thinking I'm going to need them. I may even, you know, go back and get a couple more, but anyway, got those for those sharpeners, and I believe those will work on this sharpener as well. We shall see. I also picked up 2 new water brushes, and these are both from Kuretake. One is a medium and one is a small. I got them because they're the shorter size. So let me show you. This one, let's see. I think this one is the smaller size as far as the tip goes. It's not cooperating. Okay, so here they are. You can see how they come, one yellow, one green. They are, shouldn't have put that ruler away. They are about 6 inches long, both of them. And if I take the tops off, hopefully you can see, one is a little bit smaller, the yellow, and then the green's, I think, a medium. So I got those. I liked kind of the smaller size of them. So there's those. And then I picked up, there's going to be some crinkling, I apologize. I picked up this pencil case. I haven't gotten a new pencil case in a while, and I've actually been looking at this one for quite a while. They had it in other colors, and then they came out with some new ones, and this is kind of like the pink, it's kind of like a fake leather type, synthetic leather, I guess. This is the Reme Top Liner pen case. It is the pink one. It's got kind of a smooth feel to it. I don't think it really feels like leather necessarily, but it's nice and smooth. Has a little handle at the top, as you can see. And then if you guys want to see what the inside looks like, well, maybe, hold on. Let me get this tag out of the way. Okay. So here's the inside. There is a zipper over here, stuffing out for little odds and ends. I'm thinking, depending on what I use this for, this would be a great place for refills or an eraser or one of those little sharpeners, those kind of things. Basically smaller little items. And then you have a big, let me get this way, a big loop, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 that are probably 5, probably about the, what I would call an average kind of pencil or pen loop. And then underneath here you have another little space for more pencils, that kind of thing. It's relatively compact. I do think, yeah, this middle part comes out. I know that's the complaint on the Kipling 100 pen or pencil case, which I have a few of, is that this middle part won't come out. So some people like it and some people don't. We'll see how I like it in this much smaller version. But I thought that was pretty cool, and they do have it in a lot of different colors. Obviously you don't have to just stick with pink like I do. And then lastly, one more thing I left wrapped just because I wanted to show you how well JetPens packages things. I have a Traveler's Notebook refill in here. It's the sketch. And then I have the Yamamoto, and I'm going to probably totally not say this the right way, but a Yamamoto Binkai, I don't know, notebook. And I had seen this on other sites overseas, and I really had wanted to try this paper, and when I saw JetPens get it, I kind of jumped on it, and I just grabbed one. I knew it wasn't going to be the exact size of the Traveler's Notebook, but I was hoping that I could still use it in mine. So let's get this thing out of here so we can see it. Okay. This thing is very definitely wrapped well. Okay, there's one. And there's the other. Okay, I'm not going to show you guys the sketch notebook because I think everybody's seen those. I was just needing another one, so I went ahead and picked it up. And then we have this one, which is lengthwise the same length, pretty much. Let's see, where's the best way to do this? It's pretty much the same length. Obviously, the width is very different. And I would say it is about, let's see, it is about 3/4 of an inch or so smaller than what I would call a regular Midori Traveler's Notebook insert. So let's check it out. So obviously the cover has a different feel to it because it's kind of that waxed paper, if I remember correctly. I got the, I think it's the New York, so the New York Skyline I think I got. Yeah, oh, Skyscraper. So I'm gonna take this off. It's very, very, it's got a very cool feel to it. I really like that. You can see it's a little bit, it's basically kind of like a vellum almost. And then when you open it up, the one that I chose to get has blank pages in it. So it has a cover page, and then I think it has the regular pages. These feel very similar to the Midori paper, not the sketch, but you know, just the regular Midori paper that you can get blank or lined, I believe. It's a little cream colored. It's not super thick, so we'll see how it does with bleed through and all that jazz. But it's very cool, and if you guys kind of want to see the full cover, that's what it looks like. I just thought that was very cool. I won't be decorating that cover at all. I'll be leaving it as is. It's also a sewn insert, so you can see that. And that is the center of it, so maybe you can see the stitches. It seems to be very, very nicely made. I'm not surprised. But anyway, there is the last of my haul goodies for, I believe, March and April. I have purchased a few other things, so I'll start filming May videos here pretty soon. And hopefully you'll see me back in May with some more videos. I do have some things planned. It's just been a little crazy lately with trying to find time to do stuff. So hang in there, guys. Hopefully I'll be back on a regular basis soon. I appreciate all of you who have been watching my videos. You know, leave me suggestions if there's anything you'd like to see me do. If I've forgotten something I said I would do, you know, and you want to see it, remind me of it, feel free. And I think that's it. So as always, links will be down below. And I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. Bye, everybody.